Hey everybody, it's a ScoTime moment here. I'm going to be coming back from social media quicker than anticipated. I'm going to try to run through why, and I have the Illinois government to thank for that. A lot of people may have heard of this tax act proposal that's going to be on the Illinois ballot in November. So I kind of want to get a little information on that. You've probably seen commercials for it, against it. May have received something from the Secretary of State. A little blue sheet goes over the details of it a little bit. Or you may have been as fortunate as myself to have received a phone call inquiring about that and trying to persuade me that it's a good idea. So I'm going to go to, kind of like what we have currently, what they're proposing, and why I think it's a bad idea, which I think everybody thinks is a bad idea, in regards to a tax increase, which is what they're doing. They're increasing taxes. We have really high taxes. I'm going to be posting some links. I used the Illinois policy.gov site. Has a lot of information about this. Basically, Illinois currently operates as a flat tax rate for income tax. And let's see here, it's 4.95%, and that doesn't matter, who you are, what you make. Everyone pays that if you file jointly or not. So if you make $30,000, and let's say it's a 10% flat, you're paying $3,000. And if you're making $300,000 and it's 10%, because it's a flat rate, doesn't change, that's $30,000. So someone that makes 10 times as much would be paying 10 times as much taxes. So in that sense, I think that is probably the most fair across the board. So this new Fair Tax Act, as they call it, isn't really fair, because they say, oh, let's have the rich pay their fair share. Well, I wouldn't mind the rich paying a little more on taxes, I guess, if it helps out. However, we're not really getting that much out of this, I don't think. So I'll explain why. The graduated income tax brackets that they're proposing here, the way this works is the first bracket's up to $10,000. It's at 4.75%. You're only getting a 0.2% decrease in your rate. And that's only for your income, your first $10,000 out of your whatever you make a year. It's your first $10,000. That's what it's taxed at. And then next, it's over whatever you make over 10 grand up to 100,000 is at 4.9%, which is only 0.05% reduction in rate. They even have a tool you can go online, put in your information, and it'll crunch out what your tax rebate is or whatever. I got a little over $30, so kind of like garbage in my opinion. The only thing that it would help is if you have your own home, because they have a property tax break type deal going on. That's 5%. That will go up to 6% if this thing gets passed. So you'll save a little money if you own your own home. You've been living there for a year and paying taxes. And you'll save $100 per child if you make under a certain amount. I think it's like 100,000 single and 80,000 jointly or something like that. That's the only way you're going to be seeing any kind of significant tax break. And I got some links, like I said, I'll be posting on there. One of them are last time they hiked up the taxes, it was in 2017. They went from 3.75 all the way up to what we have now. And I calculated if we just lowered the tax break, lowered the tax rate back to what it was, I'd be saving like 400 and I don't even remember what it was. 460 maybe, 490, I don't know. A lot more than 30. They lower the stinking tax rate. But any of those like businesses are making a lot of money. Once you get over 250,000, they're going to be paying an increase of 56 to 60% more. Especially if it's over the 750,000 for single and 1 million over for joint, because they don't get the graduated brackets. They just get a flat 7.99% tax rate over their net income. They don't go through the graduated thing. So they're going to get hit harder with that. And not only that, but they're raising the corporate from 7 to 799 also. So it's not very business friendly. I don't think people are going to be wanting to stay here that long. Some information on the links that I'll provide if you scroll through all the stuff on there. I think we're like at the second highest property tax out of all the states in the U.S. We're our tax burden, which is like all of our taxes, we're ranked like 6, I think. And we were ranked 10th until 2017, where they hiked up the tax, and then we're down to 6. So it seems like this flat tax is kind of the one good thing that we had going for us. And now that they're going to get rid of it, we're probably going to be even more stuck in the tax burden realm. So, yeah, reason number 1, I don't like it. I'm not getting that much out of it. Reason number 2, it's confusing, and I think it's going to hurt business in general in Illinois, which we don't need people leaving. So, it's 2 reasons why I don't like it. Third reason is so if you read through some of my links on there, it has information on Illinois tax revenue, what percentages are, where our taxes come from, and where it goes. And you'll find that we have a huge debt and a huge pension debt. And the pension debt's primarily from government-related jobs. So they're not addressing it. They haven't addressed it because it keeps building. So they're not doing their job, I guess, is what it is. And there's information out there that's kind of ironic, I guess, that the government folks that are pushing this Fair Tax Act, like Pritzker and whatnot, are also being investigated for tax evasion. So it seems a little corrupted. I don't like it. They try to make it sound nice. The guy on the phone that I spoke with said, "Oh, your surrounding states are doing it. The federal government's doing it. The rich are going to pay more. It's not going to affect you." And they're kind of right in that sense, in the sense that I'm not really getting that much out of it, and the rich will be taxed more. But that's only good for them, essentially. And yeah, so Illinois is 1 out of 8 states that have a flat tax rate. 32, 33 states, I think, have some form of a graduated tax rate. Their brackets go from like 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way up to 11. I think we kind of have, since we have single and joint brackets are a little different, I think we have like around 8 or 9 or something like that. And some stats you'll find on those links that I'll post. The last state that was a flat income that went to a graduated was Connecticut within the last couple decades. And their middle class tax income rate is now up to 13%, which is no bueno. And just because other states have it doesn't mean we need to have it. There's actually 9 states that don't have an income tax, which is awesome. I'd rather go that direction. So, just wanted to put some information out there, why I don't like it. You can make your own judgments, look it up. I'll post some links on there. And you guys have a great one.